Okay, I'm back. It is the last week in April, believe it or not. This is just this staying home thing is, it's not that it's getting old, but I feel like I'm really not getting anything done. I don't know how you all are feeling, but I have read books, I've put puzzles together. I haven't done as much exercise as I would like to do, but it's so cold, I have to say. I do have a little trampoline that I jump on sometimes. Today, what I think we'll do, just a very simple, quick painting of, I was thinking, should it be water? Should it be mountains? When I drive home, I live down Route 3 East going towards King George, and the fields are beautiful right now. And so I might do that. I'll do the fields and the countryside. What I remember seeing as I was driving home this morning after picking up groceries at Walmart, which I ordered online, which works out pretty good. So I've sprayed my paper. I mean my paints just to get them started. I have clean water. I have a clean blotting pad because I can't find my other one. I don't know what I did with it. And as I drive down the road, I see, I'm just going to put a little water across here. I don't know, you all probably can't see, but I'm just putting some water there. And I'm going to just see where I put that water. I'm going to put a little yellow down there. Because the summer wheat is heading up. And it really is quite beautiful as I ride by. And I'm just getting some color up here to so I like to paint wet on wet because it's just very free and quick. And watercolor originally was to be used for little studies. People would go out, mainly oil painting. It was a sign of the times. And so things were kept pretty light. I don't know if you all can see, but what I'm doing, I still have some of my paints that I mixed from last time, and I've just left them. I don't wash them off. I had a student one time who put her palette into the dishwasher, which is a way to clean things off. But paint is so expensive, and I love the freedom of what happens when the paint begins to bleed and you don't know what you're going to get. The same with color, so but then you have to worry too about getting too much muddy color, and just defining these clouds a little bit. And as this dries, it continues to spread out. I love the way this is bleeding. Into my landscape. You can tell the difference that that's just white. I mean, the green on wet paper, and this is the green on dry. So much fun to see what happens. Now you can see as the few minutes have gone by that my yellow has spread way out and I'll have very little color there. So I can add more. If I didn't want that green to run, what I could do is I could hold my paper like this and let everything run backwards, sideways. I could lift it if I didn't want it there while it's still wet. Now, I know that this paint is still wet or damp, so it still spreads. Blooms, whatever you want to call it, but because I want clouds to be more defined. And then I also might just put I never finished a sentence, I'm sorry. I'll put a little of this blue out down in here. I hope you all are staying sane. and and safe. I haven't been in a grocery store since St. Patrick's Day, but I have gotten 2 orders from Walmart. And I usually drink celery juice every morning, organic celery. And it seems like organic celery has been hard to find, but Walmart seems to always have it. And I got organic cauliflower and cabbage and carrots and pretty much all the organic things that I wanted. Now these dots make this decorative, and it's something interesting to look at too. And I'll let them dry before I do anything else, because they are spreading where it's wet, blooming where it's wet. So I'm going to let this dry. Okay, it's pretty dry now, and I took the tip of my brush, and while these were wet, and just dragged the color down to make, it's not totally dry, like California poppies. I don't know, I'm just having fun. I'm loving some of this color, that purple that came up there, and how the how the paint itself separates into the colors. I was thinking this might make a nice little tree line back there. And so if I were going to do that, then I might want to put some little, maybe some trunks in there. I think when you can use your imagination, that helps make your pieces more interesting than if it was. See, I like that little tree line. I mean, that's going to be a simplistic. Maybe I'll make just a little silhouette. So this is called negative painting. When you do this, I'm essentially painting around what I want to show up. The light coming through those trees. It just has to be very subtle. That's a lot of fun. Because the eye can pick out, you know, you've seen those things where the sentence, the words are not, the letters are not exactly right. And, but you can still read the sentence. So by putting the yellow over top now of what has already dried, you can really see the watercolor underneath shine through. Even to the point that the orange shows up. Now I wouldn't want to be scrubbing over this orange, but if I'm careful, it just bleeds. You know. If you forget what color you have in your palette, like I'm not sure because that's so dark, I can put that there to see what it is. So that little patch, of yellow, I'm not so sure. Now, with this blue, essentially what I'm doing is adding contrast. And just coming into the center, let that bleed out. Hopefully the trunks will stay there. Maybe. Because they're not as wet. But I don't like that, so I'm just going to lift it. And if I see that, again, if I see that that's bleeding up there too much, I'm going to move it down. So I'm going to make some garden rose. Farm rose. Crops. I think there'll be a lot of victory gardens this year. I've been working on some oil paintings. I'll show you all when I'm closer to being finished. These little exercises actually inspire me for painting. Not that I'd paint what I'm doing here. It's just that my mind is put into sort of an imaginative space. It makes it easier for me to paint other things. Now I think the only thing that I'm going to do now is this tree line. I think I'm just gonna come in here with a little tree shape, like a little, you know, to make them look more like trees. What do you think? And it doesn't matter that that yellow is now in the sky, because, you know, the colors are all reflected into the sky. I think until you start painting, you don't realize that all around us, the colors that we are aware of as only being in one spot really are in many spots. And reflected all around us. Get some yellow, green in there. So there we have a little painting of a farm, I guess. I hope you all enjoyed that, and will do one of your own. Stay safe, stay happy. If you can generate happiness, that's the most important thing for you. Bye-bye.